a supreme, cold, yet grand rising to everybody who's managed to find their way to this video. So before we get into our regular protocols that are to be observed, just want to say for those maybe and just don't know how they landed up here, but today we're gonna be talking about the language of God. Ding 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 ding. All right, so this all right together. All right, so regular programming. Greetings all over the diaspora. Or healers, light workers. Mind you, I said healers, heka makers, heka participators, spell makers, alternative medicine people, knowledge seekers, queer gang, conscious gang, black gang, queer and conscious, knowledge collectors, knowledge distributors, knowledge debunkers. Yeah, everybody. Welcome the light workers, welcome, and those people who are of the season. To y'all, dua set. Sorry, no, it is the right hand actually. Dua set, dua musini, dua bilizi, dua from our last episode, a protector set. Alright, so welcome to today's episode where I just been wanting to share this, right? But I just wanted to also have a bit of flow. So I have announced myself multiple personalities where I just want to tell 1,000 stories at the same time, so please do forgive me. So but yes, welcome back, Stoners United. I forgot y'all in my greeting. Imagine, because yeah, it's because I can't wake and bake. All right, so let's get into today's topic. So for this topic, I need us to be able to think in terms of a vibration. If you understand what vibration is, so you don't need to be a science person. I come from a science background. I don't know if it's unfortunate or fortunately, but science, nature, it's all logic. It's all something that we can all relate to. Vibrations, vibes, vibration, think energy, think frequency. All right, so this is where our starting point is going to be. So I just want to define these two terms, vibration, frequency, right, as a starter. Right? Frequency is the rate at which energy vibrates, right? So a vibration, which is a vibe, right, is the amplitude or the intensity of the energy. All right, so just as much as people can refer to people as being low vibrational or high vibrational, or to get yourself to a higher vibration, this all has to do with this concept, right? So we're gonna also delve a bit into something for familiarity, right? Where we can, I think if we can build from a place of familiarity, right? So yeah, bless those who did not have the background of having colonial tools imposed on them, right? But yeah, even if you do, yeah, it's a safe space, but yeah, don't. Yeah, we're not debating on that at the moment. Yeah, I did say that I'm not gonna be love and light all the time, but it's all, I'm hoping it's all coming from love. Even though when we get to such topics that might be seeming controversial, I am controversy in my entirety, black, queer and conscious. Hello, where do you find such, right? Anyway, so let's get into the vibes, right? So if you've been privileged enough to have woke friends around you, or or the people who are always seeking a higher consciousness, let me say that, right? Yeah, consider yourself lucky, right? Because some of us, we were exposed to such content, but we were not ready. Our vibrations were not high enough to reach this Heru self of ours, this God self of ours, higher, yeah, maybe desiring from the subconscious, reaching a higher state of self. So I had this friend, Dumo. So he used to say, so he comes from a Christian background, but yeah, he converted when the truth hit him on the face, right? Okay, because kind of truth is that condescending. Okay, I apologize. But when a higher level of consciousness hit him, yeah, let me say that, yes. So from that slumber to another level of being woken up. a little, right? So yeah, so he used to say stuff like, no, the only real thing, like imali exist, the only real thing is energy, right? And I was like, oh, okay, all right, okay. So until I got to a point where I think Lenaseki understand that a bit right now. So let's, like I said, we're gonna borrow from other school of thought. We're gonna borrow from things that are familiar to us, right? So when I was still in slumber, when I was still in slumber, there was, I used to have favorite scriptures, but there's one way, I think the beginning of both books in the colonial tool that we used to use. So what stuck with me, I'm not gonna say it's my favorite, but what things that stuck with me. So in the beginning was the word, and if you listen to house music, back in the day, I think it's in the 90s or early 2000s, I don't know. But there's a song, in the beginning was the word. He borrowed it obviously from the colonial tool. In the beginning was the word, and the word was God, and the word was with God, or something like that. But let's focus on the word was God, right? So what is a word? Okay, words are things, it's a communication method that us as the human beings created in order to create, in order to communicate amongst ourselves, in order to get an understanding amongst ourselves, right? But if we look at the universe and divinity and creation in its entirety, there's beings that communicate in different ways, just as much as even in humans, right? We can communicate in forms of vibe, in forms of telepathy, in different forms, just as much as birds were communicator in is it sound, or whatever sound they make. Oh, animals, let's say animals, the animals who are not humans, they communicate in sounds, different sounds that they make. Those who are pet owners, if your dog is making a certain sound, a sauna, we know that it means this. When this and that happens, it means that, right? Because we've also domesticated these animals. But yeah, we also want to get into that controversial one. Holy, what are real animals? What are not real animals? Nah, yeah, not yet, not yet. We're not talking about it. But anyway, so, and then we get into the concept of sound and light. So other school of thoughts, there's cosmic sound that became creation, right? So which is also from my former religion, where it was with the word that creation happened, right? And with I think it's, which ideology is this? But I think it's, there's also ideologies. Also in Christianity, light features a lot there, where let there be light, right? That was the first thing that was created, if I'm not wrong. But anyway, I'm making a point here. We're not writing a theology test. So this is not coming from a theological point of view, but this is now coming from, now I want to understand this language, right? This language. Okay, so hang on to, in the beginning was the word, and the word was God. Okay, see song, right? Cool. So let's get into sound, right? So sound is, I want to take it to music, right? I want to take sound, and I'll take the 5 senses that we experience as human beings. I can only talk from a human being point of view right now, in the current state of incarnation or reincarnation, or the state that I'm existing right now, this lifetime that I'm in now. I'm in a human form. All right, so we have the 5 senses, right? So okay, sense of touch, sense of sight, sense of smell, sense of hearing, sense of sight. All right, the 5 senses. Okay, cool. Even if you lack one of the 5 senses, you will always experience sound. All right, where are we going? Vibration, right? So let's say, no, but what if you're deaf and whatnot? Actually, the vibrations from how people, like, how people use like a walking stick, and they can figure out their ways, right? And this is somebody olling blind now, right? And how, let's say maybe a bucket with water. Hearing that sound, you can measure how leveling effing this thing, right? So apparently when you lose a sense, something else gets heightened. Okay, so we've covered sight. Now let's cover. Now if you don't have the, oh yeah, sorry. If you don't have the sense of hearing, there's the vibrations. Yeah, I think I mixed them up there, but yeah, I don't know if I'll edit it out. Yeah, I'm human, guys. So you can always feel. You can always feel something. You can always feel sound. You will feel sound. Yeah, if you lose a sense of taste, you can feel sound. You can experience sound. So that is where I'm at right now. Right? Let's go. Music is a form of creation, right? So people that make beats, that do this, that express themselves in music, people that say, oh my God, my spirit only got activated because I heard the certain sound, or I only go to church because of Skupu, or I like going to Miketi because of Skupu, or some people get into trance because of the vibrations and the sound collectively, right? Sisonke, right? And how certain sounds at this frequency, you get to experience this. At this frequency, the world vibrates at this frequency. And if you're aligning with that sound, for when people who are doing the manifestations, by user, you play that 8888 frequency, or 432 hertz in frequency of music, and then you get a different experience at this different frequency. So now taking it to light now. Light, you know how we say that color vibrates at different frequencies. So those who are privileged enough to have a science as a subject, well, in my days it was called physical science, where now we played with prisms, we played with how you put this light through this, this, and you get to see hore frequency ya the color red is wrong, frequency ya the color this is wrong. That is why even in spirituality, different colors mean different things. And by mean, it's just basically saying hore di vibrator jwang, di connector jwang with source, basically. At what frequency, what do you use this for? If I wanna be manifesting such a thing, I use this for this, right? So getting back to Abatum Chakra Hands, I did not reach y'all. So now we're going back to, in the beginning of the word, and the word was gaga. Yeah. Let's get into that, right? So when you're doing the affirmations, when you're doing affirmations, when you're saying prayer words, okay, yeah, sorry. When you're saying prayer works, when you're doing affirmations, so the basic repetition, increasing the frequency of something, that is you increasing the vibration of something. And then in your subconsciousness, you're planting this conviction, and that is what you creating. So what is the language of God? The language of God is creation. So everything that you see around you here, everything that you see, everything that you're experiencing, things that you're seeing, things that you're feeling, things that you're experiencing right now are things that are created by frequency, things that are created by different tone, different levels of vibrations. Yeah, so we can, sorry if I'm interchanging vibe and frequency, but I hope this one vibrations and frequency, but it essentially is that when you're saying vibe, somebody is off, it's basically how they're vibrating. They are, I think it's hallucinated in the beginning, but it's basically the energy output, the low vibrational, the high vibrational. And I hope you don't do it in a judging way, or oh my god, I'm spending this on toxic, vomit. We just wanna, can we get a new term? I think about 5 years ago, the term that I got to a point where I'm like, I hope I don't get to use this, but I still use it. It was unpack. Now I can't wait for toxic to end. Lord. Lord. But anyway, frequency is the language of God and the cosmos. So we use words, letters, shapes, colors, and whatever to express our creation, right? To express, we use words to affirm things. We use words. So by affirming, you are creating. By saying the prayer that you're saying, you are creating. I get it. There's that saying, there's power in the tongue. With my, I'm not to quote this colonial book anymore, but besides the colonial book, but speaking, the power of speech, the power you create with your words. That's the thing I was looking for. You create with your words, which brings it back to it's not a new thing, it's not a chakra hand thing, it's not a it's a universal thing. And the universe and the cosmos, they communicate on a human level at the five senses. That is the language, the universe, right? So we've already said that all these senses are basically creation. So the language of God is frequency. Yeah, simple as that. But yeah, we will probably get into this again, a part 2. Or yeah, if we have questions from this, or you want clarity on something, or you're disagreeing with something, hit me up. And I forgot to say, please like, please subscribe, please comment. Thank you so much for those who've been subscribing. Those who don't even know me, thank you for the encouraging comments as well. Please like, subscribe, put a notification bell to know when we're dropping other new things. But thank you, ultimate gratitude from a place of love. Thank you so much for listening to me, even though you don't agree with me. I know a lot of people, there's a lot of friction with one, who I am, and two, the things that I speaketh. But thank you so much for just doing your good to humanity, I guess. Yeah, but we're gonna get into this and how we need the oneness. Actually, we're busy complaining about, oh my god, the world is this, the world is that, but I don't know that oneness to create the ultimate ideal story of what God is, or what God is supposed to be. All right. So, before we forget, so back on words, right? So how about let's say a book, a novel, right? So you form all these themes, and you can literally paint a picture just by somebody umweti words. So that is why some of us refer to ourselves as God, because if you have a creative capability, does that not make you God? One, yeah. Does that not make you God? All right, you created a and please don't take God from a religious point of view. Just let's liberate our minds a little bit, right? And yeah, we're gonna get into what God is, who's God, he, she, pronouns. Yeah, so yeah, as an afterthought, remember, Rona, in Africa we don't have the he, she's, are not the pronouns, no. But yeah, those who still want to disagree, yeah, hit me up. But yeah, so this is where I want to tie it to, that back to in the beginning of the word was of God, and the word was God. We're tying it back to how you are able to, from words or from hearing something, create your own scenario. When somebody tells you taba is so, when already in your head you created your own images, no taba is right? So yes, that is the language of God. Frequency is tied to what? Vibes tied to what? And we as humans express it in words, in our five senses, but mostly in words. When casting spells, don't take it negatively. You affirming things, that is a spell caster as well. Don't take it negatively. Yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in. Let's hook up on the next one, and as promised, I'm gonna do a 2-minute intro, so that maybe I'll link it to my videos, so that some people who want to click out earlier can click out earlier, those who still want to stay, those who still want to interrogate, those who still want to understand. So I'm just here. I'm also not gospel. I'm just here to share the knowledge that I have, the knowledge that I've acquired in my path right now, right? So 20 years from now, I could have different opinions, and that is the beauty of being open to learning new things. All right, African peace, happy today.